Hi. So I looked up grit, and from what I saw, it was a perseverance or passion for long term goals. And when I looked at that, I couldn't help but agree more with the definition. Um, Looking at articles about why we need to foster it in our children and why we should have it just makes me look at the articles and again further agree and affirm what the article is trying to portray as a message. I think grit is not a tool but a fundamental substance that everybody in the human race can possibly have, because we can all be very stubborn and wanting to seize the moment and get our goals as fast as possible, and will not stop until we get what we want. I mean, we look at Rome, and Rome wanted to expand all the time. Romans portrayed grit as with the expansions came tasks and difficult labors, and they persevered and pushed through and got their goals. I look back at the turtle example discussed by Caitlin, and to me, I have to disagree with Avedis. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but grit is something that can get you far. Grit is what drives you to continue. And even though maybe that race it wouldn't have been that much of a difference, the with the turtles' grit, the next race would have been a potential win. I find myself when I go fencing that when I lose a bout, I have the drive and energy and keep continuing wanting to beat the person the next time I see them. And I think that's grit. Grit is what keeps us pushing forward. Natural ability is what we all have the as a human species and race are all capable of doing. I think grit is one of them. Grit is one of our natural abilities, and it's a way of obtaining success. Um, but when it comes to grit versus high IQ, I think grit will always triumph over IQ. I mean, you can be smart, but you can be lazy and not succeed. But with grit, even if you're not smart, you can still succeed. I think having a passion for what you do is a lot more than a lack of passion and just having an ability for it. If you have talent for something, as opposed to a guy who has the perseverance and has worked hard all of his life in what he does, sure, you're going to be great, but I think he will be greater. And it doesn't come down just to the quality or effort that he puts in, but the passion behind it. I think that's why grit is a lot more special.